Hi everyone, welcome back, and this is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and okay, and so you're watching Let's Play Morin Khur Online Season 4. Wrong NPC. I haven't been here for a while, so it's a little confusing. So what I've decided to do, I've actually decided to go back. So yes, I am still I'm gonna go back because oh man, got so much nicer here. I'll bring some of this back. I'll bring 300 units of this. Yeah, I've decided to go back, continue recording. So basically, I've decided that you know, since it's pretty quiet, it might be a good idea for me. Not interested in silver coin. I figured that it would be a good time for me to move my stuff. So bring back 40 gold, and hopefully I can still ride my mount. And hopefully he's not going to throw me off. Yeah, and so basically I decided to continue moving my stuff back because I really don't want to risk, you know, that's possibility that RPK could put their walls back up and trap me inside. Because I remember when the walls first went up, I was stuck in Morin Khur and I tried to get out. I tried all kinds of ways, but ended up getting me killed. And so yeah, I've decided that you know, since it's pretty quiet, although you can never be sure, since it's pretty quiet, I figured that I'll just, you know, move under the cover of darkness. So there is a advantage to moving things when it's dark, because in this game, if you can't see someone and you can't target them, then basically it's as good as not seeing them at all. It's as good as not knowing that they're there. So if you're in the wild and someone can't see you and they can't target you because they can't put their targeting cursor on you, whether it's because you're hidden or you're too far away, then that means they don't know that you're there. So oh man, that could have gotten me some falling damage. And so yeah, this is the reason why I'm decided to continue recording. And man, it's so intense. It's a very intense experience. Oh man, adrenaline's pumping because, you know, this is such a narrow pass, you know, narrow area. If you run into trouble, then you're pretty much done for. If you can't outrun them, then you're pretty much you have to fight them, or you're just gonna have to, you know, beg for mercy. And I doubt that they will show any mercy. Not in this game, unless the player is in the mood. Okay, so these are scoundrels, and I don't think they will attack. Alright, so far so good. So let's just hope that this move is a success. And I do love the sky. Look at the sky. I mean, SV's done a really good job, and you know, this actually makes the landscape look bigger than it really is. I mean, the landscape, this whole continent is pretty big already, but the way that the fog covers the clouds, it actually creates that illusion that creates that illusion that the mountains are actually further and bigger than they really are. I mean, the mountains, it's not that far. I mean, you pretty much just cross the river and it's there. But the fact that the fog is, you know, sort of semi-shrouding it, does create that illusion that it's further and bigger than it really is. So I do like that. You know, it's a nice touch, and yes, it does remind me of Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, because that's how it looked back in that game. And even though that game is 20 years old, I consider that game to be one of the best games ever made. With all the bugs, even though it has heaps of bugs, but if you go to the unofficial Elder Scrolls website, the wiki, can't remember what the address is called, but if you go there, you can download a fully patched and fully modded, or not modded, I think it's more of a I think the community's been spending a lot of time and a lot of effort to fix it up, so it's even more improved and better, you know, improved in many ways compared to the one that you can download from Bethesda's website, because, you know, the Daggerfall is free for download and play, because it's such an old game. And so, but I would recommend, I think the one at the unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki is, you know, has better patches, or should I say, it has more extensive bug fixing. Yeah, I think that's how. So if you want to play a more, you know, more stable and more, you know, more or less patched version of Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, then that's the one I would recommend. The one at the unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki. Right, so so far so good, but let's just hope that it stays that way. And when you're traveling in the wild, you've got to keep an eye on every single thing that you see. Every single thing. You know, don't just, you know, ride around and, you know, think it's a casual ride through the wilderness. And where am I going? Am I still going the right way? I think I'm a little bit deviated from my course. Yes, I am a little bit deviated. And oh, what is all this? There's some seaweed. Yeah, you can see them. They're sticking out of the water as well. So moving slowly under the cover of darkness. And that's the other thing as well. When I was coming back from my hunting trip with crew, and, you know, that hunting trip had to end abruptly because I had guests at my door, and so I had to log out. You know, log out with the 40-second counter timer. But, you know, once I logged back in, I did try and make my way back, and on the way back I did try to hunt some razorback, and I realised that my Khurite couldn't carry any carcasses, like not even half a stack of, yeah, not even half a stack, and that just, I realised that it was probably due to the fact that this mount is more geared towards speed and agility than say, let's say a bull horse that can carry more than carry more stuff in its luggage in the large bags. And so yeah, I've actually had to destroy all the carcasses that I try to pick up because my mount wouldn't move. When I put it in the in its bag, the mount wouldn't move. So yeah. And I think I do have to cross a bit further up. And yes, this area is known for, you know, this is actually a travel route for some players, so I do have to just be wary because yes, I'm back in Piebon Legion's territory. But you know, I could use that bridge, couldn't I? Yeah, I could use that bridge. So that's just, yeah. So while I'm at it, I might as well make use of that. So thank you once again to that guild who built this bridge. I appreciate it, really appreciate it, because it's much better than me having to cross the river by myself, like swimming across it. Much better than me having to, yeah, having to swim across. And this is ingenious. I really, yeah, it's really shows you that there are a lot of creative players in this game. I mean, they used ramps and walls to build this bridge. I mean, this is ingenious. It takes a lot of it takes creativity to actually think this up, and so this is great. I love this. You know, the fact that they're using TC elements, siege ramps and the keep walls, and to build an artificial bridge, that's ingenious. It's brilliant. You know, and I hope to see more of things like this. You know, creative creations by players. And this is part of what makes a sandbox game like this shine. Is the fact that it allows players to create things that create things, and create things that would allow them to, I guess, in a way, change or modify the way that some players play the game. I mean, for me, for example, for them to put that there means that I don't have to cross the river, and so I can actually cross this river using that bridge. And so that's one example of how they're using their use of the in-game sandbox tools can really change the way people play the game. And for me, that's a small way of them doing that. Changing. So that I don't have to cross the river by swimming. I can just walk across it, walking across the bridge. So kudos to the guild who built this that bridge. All right, so so I was thinking. Yeah, I remember. I was going to give crew the. There's a keep wall up. There's a keep up there. Yeah. So I remember crew. I did say to crew that I was going to return his that set of armor and weapon. But at the time, Morin Khur was walled off and I couldn't get it for him. But I think he said just leave it there. Pardon me. Alright, so hopefully this goes well. Hopefully I make it back alive, because I do have 40 gold, and 40 gold is a lot for me. Maybe not for those who have hundreds and thousands of gold, but for like a player who doesn't have hours and hours in any given day to play, this is actually a lot, a lot of gold. So I have every intention to make it back with all this gold and with everything that I've everything that I've picked up along the way. And so, as I've mentioned in the past, if you're a new player, do everything you can to conceal yourself when you're out in the wild or in a unguarded area. Use every means possible, whether it's using objects around you or, you know, using your using using your tactics to make sure that nobody sees you when you're moving about. Okay, and it's completely dark now, so that's good. It's good for me. This is very good. This is the right time. This is the perfect time to move things. If you need to be out in the wild, or you need to move things, need to mine, chop wood, or anything like that, this is the perfect time, because this is under the cover of darkness. It's very hard to see anyone. It's a double-edged sword, actually. It'll be hard for you to see anyone that may be, you know, in the area, but conversely, it'll be hard for them to see you as well. So yeah. Well, we're sort of getting there, but still quite a bit of distance to go. Might as well draw my weapon, just in case. So far I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy so far, but please let me make it in. Please. That's the other thing. I remember when I was coming back from that hunting trip with crew, there was a guy standing in front of the gates and attacking anyone that was, you know, coming in. And he did manage to hit me, but only for a very small amount of damage. So I don't know. Okay. We're good. Oh, so happy. Alright. So yeah, I think that's why, you know, like a free-for-all PvP, full looting, that's where it has the advantage, you know, compared to a game where you can't. What? No, please don't do it. Fisting. What? So yeah, this is the advantage that this game has over a game that doesn't have hang on a second, let me just get my stuff and get all the stuff off. What? How can that be? Yeah, so that bug is still hasn't been fixed. There's a bug where you can't split things and then... Anyway. Alright, so as I was saying, this is the advantage of ammo over games that don't have free-for-all PvP and full looting. Wrong NPC. Okay. Oh, what the? Come on. Okay, where's that guy shivering? Is he still around? Come on, get out of the way. Stable of pet. Stable jungle. Alright, so I'm pretty happy I achieved what I set out to do. And so I think this is where I'll leave it. So thank you once again for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed it. As always, if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. and also please consider supporting me on Patreon. So look forward to seeing you next time. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care. Oh, and before I go, I've just met Sandweaver. So this is Sandweaver's character, Irvis, and he's got a Death Knight. So yeah, I've seen him on the forums quite a bit, and but this is the first time I've met him in game. So great to actually meet him in person at last. So love your Death Knight. So yeah, this is the first time I've seen the Death Knight as well. Let's get a close-up of that. Oh man, look at that. You don't want to be facing off with this thing. Yeah. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, it's good to meet him at last. So yeah. That is awesome. Oops. So yeah, I think Irvis would be pretty hard to take on, you know, with a Death Knight in tow. So he's a fast recipe. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how how Death Knights are created, but yeah, definitely. Okay, interesting. Okay. 10 kilograms plus. We'll keep that in mind. If you have a heavy bag full of water and keep your coins in, it is too heavy for a thief to steal. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. Okay. That's cool. Oh, there's that guy. Oh, there he is. Yep. Oh, he's still in. Okay. Before I log off, I'll just... Man, what's going on? Oh man, some action. Unfortunately, I don't think I can... Yeah, I probably can't jump across because of my armor, but yeah, seems like someone turned grey. So I think it could have been a thief or something, but yeah, it was Xeritol. Xeritol turned grey, I think, and so did they get him? I don't know. Oh well, I think this is what I have to log off now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.